Again, this is Old Man PHP. I create PHP video tutorials for you guys who want to learn a new skill and compete with the young crowd. This is video 103, I believe. As I promised, I will give you all the scripts for this website. Remember, I mentioned it. When you download it into your local host or production, just change a few things and then you'll be alright. And then play with it, break it, add things to it. You can change several the description, the metadata, and it kind of looks like. Well, first of all, this is the actual website. You don't have to do it like this, but you see, as you can see, how the header, what the menu is, it sticks, right, and changes the actual background, and then it kind of stays there. And if you go, you can add whatever it is that you want to change, pictures you want to change. You can do whatever, because right now it's 3 different columns. Here's 2. Then of course you got your about, did it like this. Now you see, it's not, this stuff you already seen. I'll give it to you again anyway. You get your icons. So anyway, I'm giving you all the scripts for this, even the password. Let me see, this is not gonna not use any bad words. I don't know if this is I don't know if this is the one that I kind of made working. Oh yeah, good, it works. See, notice how the bad words just went. I'm gonna add that. That's all in there. It's under JavaScript, and you're gonna see it. And this is the actual. Right now it's called index.php, but I named it index_template for you. So when I put it in the description below, you just have to download it, and then of course open it up and check something. I already showed you that you can check. This stuff is not gonna be here, okay? Because this is really for them. But you can check your source code by kind of going like right click, right? Then you go to, where is it? Let's just go here. Right click, view page source. You see that view page source? You go like this, and boom, this is the actual script right here. You can actually pull this whole thing up. See how it's so lined up nicely? Because you kind of want that, And the reason why you want to do that, because of the SEO testers. There's a bunch of websites that kind of test your HTML, so be ready for SEO. And they like, Google, you know how it is. They kind of like it nice, and so that a programmer or myself, anybody can go in and say, oh, okay, I can change this, I can change that, I can change this. And remember, this thing has IDs, and this thing has classes, right? And these classes sits in a CSS file. Now this is the structure that I want to, I call it financial strategy because that's what I'm doing for this person. But just call it whatever you want, and then of course you got your CSS, make a subdirectory in there, do one for file. That's just for that will be for any images. You don't really need to do this. But if you're going to use anything in here, let's say if you're going to put your own stuff in there, then you got to make sure you put files/files and whatever the name of the image. Same thing with the fonts, because you'll be using the fonts, right? These are different fonts that I'm using. I tend to use different ones, EOT, SVT, Wolf. The reason why is because for, just in case you hit a browser that allows certain fonts, you could do these. And then you got your images, different images, which you already saw that website has. Then you have your JavaScript. This is the JavaScript that we're using. We're using this one. We're using that one. This one is for the, let's see if we can open this one so we can see. Okay, see, we're using jQuery. It's also JavaScript, same thing. And then when you do the blurry, if you hit the blurry, it's gonna come back with, hey, you need to put information in there. And I'm giving it to you anyway, and you can kind of figure this out when you get into, if you ever do, you can get into JavaScript, you can use this. Because a long time ago when I didn't know it and I was doing HTML and then CSS, I didn't do any other I was doing programming languages like ASP and Fortran, those kind of things, way back. So once I got this stuff, I said, oh, okay, now this is the stuff. I think I already made a video on how this works, like to get rid of all unwanted words, like bad words and stuff. Remember how we did this? I gave you a video that explained this whole thing. Plus, I gave you this script that's underneath the description. Okay, check it. Find those videos. It's in there. I know I did give it to you. I also gave you this stuff too when you pull a blur. In other words, if you like if you come here and you kind of go like this. Well, right now it's not doing anything. Maybe I should do this. This must be the tester. Oh, see how I did that? You saw that? Please enter your full name. You enter the full name and then you can jump over and do that. Well, this one does. This is what this does. Okay? Please enter your text. Please enter your name. Please enter your format, email format. It checks for all these things. It's good stuff. I did all this because I did it for this woman who does financial advising, and I broke everything down like this so that way the next person could go and look at these things and play around with it, change. I'm pretty sure it's changed because now she has a different website, domain name. Anyway, it's all there, so if you can take a look, yeah, you can check where it is. Where is it? We're here, right? Go to the view source. Wait a minute, buddies. Now see how you got all this stuff here. You're gonna see these things, all this stuff from the meta, from the I told you before that from between the heads. That's all this meta is. It grows, and you need all these things because SEO, search engine optimization. They're looking for all these things. And then you got your viewpoint. You've seen that. You've seen the CTL. You've seen that this is a HTML5 situation. This stuff here is just in case you're using IE. Who does? I don't know. You got your favicon. That's the little thing that's over here. See a little name, and you have this little what is her thing? Get this out the way. Anyway, I'll show you. That's called favicon. And then, of course, because you're touching upon all this stuff here, you need a lot of these things. So remember, try to break it down like this, the structure. You do whatever you want, man, as long as you keep track of what things are and all that, right? Just make sure, right? The files keeps the certain images, like I said. The fonts is for the fonts, images for the images, right? And JavaScript, JavaScript. We got PHP here for something for email, like when you want to do email, PHP to do it for you. This particular thing is actually, let me get rid of this. And this thing is written in HTML. Just change it to PHP. That's all, right? Let's go back over here. So basically, you're here, and you open it up. I have it here. There, duplicate it. Right? You have all these things here. So this could, like I mentioned, you need all this stuff because of SEO, favicon, the Apple Touch icon, right? All this stuff. You need. It helps out with the SEO. I know because one time I kind of didn't have none of that stuff at all. Otherwise, it won't let me pass certain things. Then over here you got your JavaScript the response. Right now it's not you're not using it, but this is a shimmy, they call it. So that way, in case when you do create, because with the HTML5, you can create not just divs, but you can create your element with different names, like section. Or different things, and this will help you respond type JavaScript, and that will help out with that. And as you can see, it says right here, HTML shims for the IEA support. I put it in anyway, but right now it's commented out because I'm not now this is using it too, just in case not. If it's less than 9, like IE 9, then I want you to run this, and this is all your shift. That's what this is really. This is just comments. and then this is kind of what it looks like. Got your queries. I don't know. I know it's a weird thing, right? I know this is not an HTML course, but I thought I'd let you know. Now this is where the CSS stuff is, and of course you got your body. You already saw that when we, when we took a look. Then what else do we have? As you can see that like I mentioned SEO, right? The SEO that you're gonna see throughout this whole thing. Let me see if I can show you. Like here, see this? They got the schema, right? And that schema is used so it can help the search engine out. This is like from a it's an organization that gives you rules. So you can look at some of these things. Oh well, this is depends on what it is that you're looking at. Or this is a div, or this is part of the. What is some of the things like oh, I don't know how to break it. I'm trying to remember. It's like a collaborative and with the community activity, and with mission to create, maintain, and promote schema for structured data. That's what it really is, because Google, I don't know, Google has changed so much with different things. Everything is so strict. You gotta do everything by the book. You gotta make sure that everything is right. You gotta make sure everything is lined up. You gotta add certain schema to help. But all this is just to help to promote your stuff, your data in the internet on all. And you gotta put that throughout the whole page. It keeps track of, oh look, this is an email message, and it's like a vocabulary. You'll see what I mean. And if you look at it one day, you're gonna open it up. You're gonna go visit schema.org, which is this right here, and you're gonna see it. And as you get good at it, you say, "Oh, cool, I know a lot of PHP. Let me learn a little bit about the schema." And that's when you get to learn a lot of these different things. Like the micro data, the JSON, LD. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that a website needs. And I'm gonna give you all this. I give you all of this, which happens to be all this. Okay, man. I'm gonna put it in the description below. The CSS. Let me see. Let me show you the CSS right here. You were using Bootstrap, so you can get Bootstrap from the actual Bootstrap company. You don't have to kind of download it like this, but if you need to, I could provide that. Anyway, this is what it looks like. Have the rules and regulations. You gotta do all this. Remember, I already explained to you. Explain how this works and stuff, right? You got IDs, you got classes. Look for these little things. These are classes, IDs. These are IDs. And that's what gives you the presentation. That makes it nice. Gives you this. Gives you the triple thing. Oh, look, I want this. So make it look good. That's what that is. That's what the CSS does. So I'm going to give it to you all. It's going to be in the description below. It's going to have the actual address. You can also pull it out. Like this one here. Listen. You can kind of take this whole thing also and pull it out. Copy it to another thing. Then you can come here. Once you do this source code, see how you got this here. You can see where the CSS is. And then if you click on it, give it a second. Come on, buddies. There you go. This is your CSS. I know it's kind of crazy, but all you have to do is put this in and you'll get it like more lined up and stuff, alright? Same thing with JavaScript. You can get to the bottom and you can hit it here and it gives you the JavaScript. See? I'll give you the actual address, the actual URL, so you can pull that information, and then that's it. Alright, so we reach at the end. I just wanted to, like I said, I was going to provide these things so that way you can play around. This thing, I think we done this already. Remember how we broke this up? We did all this before. Remember that? Well, this is this is what this, because I promised I was going to do this, and you can just change on these names and use it for whatever you want, man. You can do your logo. It's ready, man. It's got SEO ready. All you have to do is change the wording and stuff like that. That's all. That's all you got to do. And change it to a PHP if you want. And if you're going to add PHP, I'll make sure it's PHP. And I'll really show you how that works. This stuff is not going to be there because this is not for you. This is for the licensed person. Anyway, but everything else is there. And look, it's a pretty nice website, because right now I can even give you, when the time comes, this one is the membership. Oh yeah, this is the one that's what I gave you guys. Remember the actual CRUD stuff. Remember, it goes over using, you know, Bootstrap and CSS. JavaScript, and then you got your key. See how that changes. Remember that? Well, I'm gonna give you. I already gave you all this stuff already. So this one, this is WordPress. Like that, I can't give you because it takes a lot. And of course, you got this one. This is a website that I also did for a company, and this is a lot because I broke it down into so many pieces. For me to show you how this works is, but it's basically the same thing as all the things I've given you. It's a template. And remember, you can do it. All this stuff was I done with that template, except for one of these ads here, which actually was with the template, but then I converted it to WordPress. Let's see, this is another one that I'm working on. That's not yet. Then this is another one that I'm working on. Where is it? Oh yeah, this is HTML email. This is what you give people. Like, you could create a landing page, making it look like this. It's gonna be good anyway, right? And then you have the same thing with here. I'll show you how to do that too. I'll throw that in there so that way you can start doing it too. That way you say, oh look, I can create websites, and I can also create HTML emails, so I can send it so I can do my email campaign, you know. And then of course this is, see how, look at this, look how nice that is animated a little bit. And anyway, that's about it. So, you know, we have reached the end, and I hope you found this video helpful. And in this case, you're getting everything that I've been showing you. And anyway, until next time, a good night.